everyone, I am here today out in the pasture with the goats to talk about a very common myth when it comes to goats, and that is that goats will eat anything. That's not true. Goats are actually very picky eaters, and on top of that, they also have a very sensitive digestive system, so it's actually pretty easy to make them sick. Unfortunately, I have had people contact me who want to get pet goats, assuming that, not kidding you, someone actually said, they can just eat my garbage, right? Wrong. Goats are actually browsers too. So another misconception is that they'll mow your grass. But goats are actually browsers, which means that they prefer to eat baby trees and bushes and things like that. So if you put them in your yard, they are going to eat your rose bushes and your daylilies, and if you have some baby trees, they will eat those too. They will eat the grass, but it's not usually their first choice. They're not going to mow your grass the way that sheep would. In fact, I never really appreciated this until I saw how sheep actually do mow the grass. So, obviously, unless you live in a really warm place, you're not going to have any kind of food growing for your goats year round. So what do you feed them during the winter? Well, it's not as simple as going to the store and buying food like you do for a dog. During the winter, most goats need to eat hay. The males need to eat grass hay, while the females that are pregnant and in milk need the high calcium that you find in alfalfa. In some areas, there are other legumes that people use instead of alfalfa, like peanut hay and Cerisi lespedeza. Now, the textbooks are going to tell you that goats need to eat about 3% of their body weight every day. However, I think the person who wrote that didn't actually have goats, because goats are famous, or should I say infamous, for wasting hay. They pull hay out of the hay feeder, and if it falls to the ground, it's pretty much usually going to stay there. They don't like to eat stuff off the ground. Basically, they can have as much hay as they want. Just keep, filling up the hay feeder a couple times a day. And as far as goat feed goes, milkers should have 16% protein goat feed, and usually you give that to them on the milk stand, or if they're nursing kids, you can give it to them along with their kids. And if their kids nibble at it a little bit, that's totally fine. They're really not going to take enough to short mom, so it'll be fine.